Hello, Storytime friends. Thank you so much for joining me for another story read aloud today. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you that next week, coming up the day before Halloween, Friday, October 30th, is our spooktacular celebration. So, this is going to be a very special story time combined with some crafts, combined with some games, and it's going to be over Zoom so that we can all see each other's faces. So, you do have to register for this one. I am going to go ahead and put the link where to do that in the description for the video. And then when you do register, you also get a really fun grab and go kit with all the materials to make the crafts that we're going to be doing. So that will be extra fun. Please join us. But first, it's time to read our book together. This book is called It's a Pumpkin. And the story is written by Wendy McClure. And the pictures, the illustrations are done by Kate Cronip. They found it in the middle of the road. Oh, there's a little mouse and a little squirrel with some very cute boots on. And there's our pumpkin. I wonder if our animal friends know what it is. Oh, I don't think they do. You can tell by their expressions, can't you? Field Mouse says, "What is it? It looks kind of familiar." Oh, and Squirrel says, "I don't know. It's a mystery." "I'll tell you what it is," said Field Mouse. "Oh my gosh, maybe they do know." "Oh, it's in the way." "That's right, it's right in the middle of the road. We can't leave it there." They pushed it over so that it could roll, and it rolled and it rolled and it rolled all the way to the opossum's napping spot. Uh-oh, and it bumped little opossum on the head. Poor opossum. "Sorry," said Field Mouse. "What is it?" Opossum asked. "That's just what we were wondering," said Squirrel. Opossum squinted at it, and then he sat on it. He said. "It's a chair." "That's a pretty good guess." "That's a good guess." So they all tried it. "Pretty comfy," said Opossum. "Ugh, disagree," said Squirrel. "I don't think it's a chair," said Field Mouse. "Poor little Field Mouse can't even get up there to sit on the top of the pumpkin." "Of course it's not a chair," called the raccoon from her window. "Maybe Raccoon knows it's a pumpkin." "So what is it?" asked Opossum. "Is it for eating?" guessed Squirrel. "Well, now that you mention it," said Raccoon. "Wait right there." A moment later, she came out with a big plate of cookies. "Get up from that chair," she told Opossum. "I thought you said it wasn't a chair," he said. "It's not," Raccoon said, and set the plate on top. "See," she said, "it's a table." They are doing some very good guessing about what this is. I know we all know it's a pumpkin. "A table," said Field Mouse. "Are you sure?" "Please, have some cookies," said Raccoon. "I made way too many." Opossum went to get some cider, and the rabbit family joined them, and the woodchuck too, and then the party started. "This is fun," said Woodchuck, "but you call that a table?" "Actually," said Squirrel, "we don't know what it is." "I know one thing we can do with it," said Woodchuck. "Come on." All right, the pumpkin has been a chair and a table. What could it be next? Woodchuck set it next to the door to his burrow. "See," he said, "it makes a nice doorstop." Oh, now the pumpkin's a doorstop. They carried the cookies and the cider through the open door, and the party went on. The chipmunks stopped by, and even 3 chickadees, 3 birdies. "This is great," said Squirrel. "We never have parties." Field Mouse was just pouring another cup of cider when the door went slam. Everyone turned around to see the skunk standing there with a sly little smile. "Skunk," said Woodchuck, "why did you move the doorstop?" "I happen to know," she said, "that it is not a doorstop. Maybe Skunk knows what it is." "No kidding," said Squirrel. "But what is it?" "I've seen it at people's houses," replied Skunk. "It is a lamp." "A lamp?" said everyone. "I will show you," she said. "Who has got a knife and a big spoon? And we'll need a candle." Oh my gosh, can you guys guess what they're going to make the pumpkin into? A jack-o'-lantern, just like for Halloween. It made a very nice lamp. It had a jolly face, and it flickered, and it made them all want to dance spooky dances. That does sound like a fun party. The party went on. But are you sure it's a lamp? Field Mouse asked Skunk. What would happen if someone... Oops, said Woodchuck. Oh no, what do you think happened to our beautiful jack-o'-lantern? Knocked it over, finished Field Mouse. Poor jack-o'-lantern. The crowd looked at the broken mess. Well, what is it now? Whispered Raccoon. I don't know, what could we make out of a pumpkin after it's a jack-o'-lantern? One of the rabbit twins sniffed at the pieces. I think it could be a pie, she said, like our grandmother used to make. Yes, said her brother, a big pie. We can make it. And everyone helped. Oh, there are all our things that go into making a pie. Spoons and eggs and whisks, all different types of things that we need. Squirrel sighed after he finished his pie slice. Whatever it was, said Squirrel, it was tasty. Don't say was, said Chickadee. It's not all gone yet. He hopped over to a bowl that Skunk had filled with glap when he was carving the lamp, and he picked some of the seeds out. Oh, I bet it would be delicious to roast those, said Raccoon. Let's do it, said Field Mouse. Yeah, do you guys like to roast the pumpkin seeds when you carve a jack-o'-lantern at home? Everyone can take some seeds home, said Woodchuck. The party was almost over. They all helped to clean up. That was so nice. The rabbits and the skunk did the dishes, and a possum emptied the glop bowl outside. And then it was time to go. Field Mouse ate all her seeds at once. I know, it's so hard to save them. They're so tasty. Squirrel stashed his away and savored them slowly over the winter. And Woodchuck slept all winter. Yeah, he hibernated and saved his seeds for a little snack for when he woke up. That's a pretty smart plan. By spring, everyone had forgotten about the party and about it. Yeah, they still don't know it's called a pumpkin, do they? Then one morning, a possum was scurrying home to bed when he saw something behind Woodchuck's burrow. It's a tiny little plant. He called over Field Mouse and Squirrel and said, "Look, it's a plant!" And everyone watched it grow all summer. Look at it's getting more leaves and vines. It's a big plant, said Raccoon. And a few weeks later, Skunk said, "Wow, it's a flower. Yeah, there are some yellow blossoms growing on the vine." "Look," called Woodchuck one day in September. "It's a watermelon." "I don't think so," said Chipmunk. "It's too small to be a watermelon." "Yeah, you guys know what it is, don't you? It's a pumpkin, a new pumpkin that grew." "It's getting bigger," said the rabbits. "It's getting orange," said the chickadee. "It looks very familiar," said the field mouse. "I know what it is," said Squirrel. "What?" asked a possum. "What is it?" "It's time," answered Squirrel. "Time for a party." That's right. Last time they found a pumpkin, they had the most fun party, didn't they? And Squirrel was right. Oh, they're all back together for another fabulous fall party with our pumpkin as the main event, even though they don't quite know what to call it, do they? All right, thank you so much for joining me for another Read Aloud, friends. I will put the link to the ebook version of this book and the print book version in the description for the video, so that if you want to read it again together with your family, you can. Of course, you can always watch the video again. Until next time, I love you. I miss you so very much. Mwah.